Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned in to The Encourager, and my name is Nehru. I woke up this morning. My spirit got my body up at 3:09. Again, that's the second time this week. Or a second time in like 3 days or 4 days, which happens. That's nothing new. And so I want to address a major question that we've all asked. And that is, what's the best choice? So I want to help us answer that question. So what is the best choice? What is the best choice when? What do you mean, what's the best choice, right? So, what's the best choice for you? In order to answer that question, you first must understand who you are. Okay? And in order to understand who you are, the first step is to become aware that you are not mere happenstance, okay? That you serve a unique purpose here, and if you do not first love yourself, you cannot expect that from anyone else, okay? So that is lesson number one, and getting to the question of, or the answer of, what choice do I make? In any given situation, it doesn't matter. You could be looking for, you could be shopping. You could be looking for a small purchase or a major purchase. It could be a watch or a car. It could be where you're going to live. It could be your education, which route to go. What are you going to study in higher education? It could be, do you stay with that person or do you go? It could be, do you start that relationship or do you not? It could be, what do I do? What's the best decision to make? Okay, is the question that we're focusing on. Okay, so you have to be, first of all, you have to be authentic in order to get to those. Or secondly, I should say, you must love yourself and understand or have some type of knowledge and wherewithal about who you are, truly who you are. Okay, you are a spiritual being here having a human experience. Okay, you're not a human being here trying to figure out your spiritual life. That's how religion paints it for you, and that's how society paints it for you. Okay, but you are a spiritual being first and foremost. You were from the beginning. Okay, you were from the beginning. When he says the word was with him, we were there. I was there. You were there. The word was with him in the beginning. We were there. Okay. We signed contracts to come down here. Okay. So that means you are an angel, cherubim, some other supernatural extraterrestrial or something, right? But you signed a spiritual contract with Most High to come into the earth. And that at this time, whatever time you were birthed, whether you're 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, whatever age you are, whatever day you were birthed on at that exact time, right? You were birthed into this place to fulfill a spiritual contract that you had with Most High, the ethers, the Lord of the spirits, divine source, divine creator, Yahweh God. Okay? El Shaddai. Okay? You were created to fulfill that. Thank you, birds. You're talking. And so you must understand those foundational principles first, and truths, right? They're not just principles, those are truths. Okay, so you must understand those first, and then you must be authentic about that. And so how do you, and this is a tough thing to do, to be authentic about who you really truly are, that is going to alienate you from certain people. That's also going to draw certain people to you. Thank you for the confirmation, Bird. All right? That's going to draw people to you, okay? But it's also going to repel people. It's just the way it is, right? Some people think you smell good. Some people think you stink. It's just the way it is, right? That's just the way that it is. And so don't be bothered by the people who think you smell bad. You know, you got to learn to say fuck them. You got to learn to say that. And even if you don't say it out loud, ooh, I don't use profanity. That's fair. That's fair. Just say F you, right? But you have to come up with some type of, you have to grow your solar plexus chakra so that you can be strong and confident in being your authentic self. It all goes together. It's all linked together, literally like a chain. Okay. And so if your solar plexus is weak, then you are easily misled. Okay. You easily become a follower, even if you are called to be a leader when your solar plexus is weak. When your solar plexus is strong, you can stand, and you can stand confidently like Muhammad Ali, and you can deny what you wanted, and you can speak boldly and not be ashamed of what you say like Muhammad Ali. Okay? He's coming to me today. Thank you, brother. Okay? And I don't mean brother like Brown. I mean brother like soul brother, right? Because he lived multiple lifetimes in different races too. This lifetime, this time in the centuries and in Most High's timeline, we know him as Muhammad Ali. Okay? All right. So you have to be confident enough in yourself without approval from man, in order to be that confident. You have to not be afraid of what man's going to say, not be afraid of what man's going to think, not be afraid of what man's going to do against you or could do against you or come against you or say against you or smear against you with smear campaigns or put on social media about you. You have to not be afraid of those things. That's the only way that you can live your authentic self, because those things are going to happen when you decide to live your authentic life. There are naturally going to be people that stay on board with you, and there are naturally going to be fall-offs. Allow the fall-offs and allow those people to stay who are going to stay until such a time, if that time ever comes, okay? And so answering the question of what's the best answer, what's the best choice, like which way do I go, right? Here's the truth. One, you must realize that you can make mistakes, but you can only make mistakes when you go against your higher self. That's all a sin is. Again, that's all sin is going against your higher self. That's all disobedience is going against your higher self. Okay? And so it's amazing when you put it into that perspective, how much easier it is to not focus on sin. Oh, going against my higher self, is that what it is? Oh, well, I love my higher self. I love me. So why would I ever go against that? Okay, so that's pretty easy. Not go against my higher self. Okay, so that means when karmic choices and options appear, I know to return to sender, or rebuke and send back to the place where it was, from which it was sent, right? And so recognizing that the only sin is the choice that you make that goes against your higher self, to me, that helps us make better decisions. Okay? Because why would I voluntarily go against what is absolutely best for me? Why would I voluntarily not want what is best for me? Why would I do that? Why would I purposefully choose hell over heaven? Why would I purposefully pick a punch in the nose over a hug? Why would I purposefully pick getting fired over resigning? Why would I pick something that is going to harm me and is not my higher judgment, or Yeah, why would I make that choice? Okay. I think most people would choose the higher road. Most people would choose the elevated, the ascended choice. Okay. So there's no wrong answer, right? But your choices: maintain your speed, speed up the process, or slow the process down. And here's where we're getting to the core of it. So there is no wrong answer, but your choices do one of those three things: maintain your speed, slow you down, or speed up the process. Okay, so things that speed up the process: meditating speeds up the process, spending time outside speeds up the process, singing and dancing speeds up the process. You're singing good songs, I understand, and I spend time with my dark side. In fact, I've been doing that for the last 24 hours or so. And in those times, I listen to other songs. Generally, I listen to uplifting songs, songs that are self-promoting, songs that are encouraging, songs that are feel good, songs that are speaking what I'm believing, and those sort of things. And I'm always listening to what I believe. I never listen to songs that I don't believe in, even if it's a dark song. But my dark songs are there are certain groups that I go to for those dark songs. So dark songs, I might listen to Disturbed or Papa Roach or one of those, I don't know if they're considered hard rock, maybe hard rock, heavy metal. I don't know what they're called. I don't know what genre they fall under. Types of groups. Generally speaking, I listen to like Red Hot Chili Peppers. I listen to Ice Cube. I listen to old school music like Earth, Wind and Fire, Fifth Dimension, Queen. I listen to uplifting songs. I think the 70s were the best decade for music, by the way. I'm just saying. Just because it was so spiritual and so meaningful. We don't have groups around today like Earth, Wind and Fire, who are talking about the dimensions and the levels, and ascending and the stars and aligning, and Fifth Dimension talked about that, like especially in their song Age of Aquarius. Like, we don't have groups like that today talking about, at least not that I'm aware of, talking about that, right? And so, yeah. So understanding your light and dark side, again, there's no wrong choice. And so with that, understanding that there's no wrong choice, there is confidence in knowing that I can't make a wrong decision. Now, here's what you have to watch out for. Life's job, again, is to help us to become our highest, purest, truest selves. Life does that through obstacles and through victories, okay? And the victory was an obstacle at one point. So that's an alchemy. That's alchemizing, right? You turn what looks like a loss into a victory, okay? And so when life presents opportunities, life is always going to present offers to you, because that is a way that life tests us. It tests our truth. It tests our belief within ourselves. Life is going to present opportunities to you. I had a very difficult time at one point in life understanding why the hell does stuff keep coming at me that I don't want. And it's really, really simple. You can't stop the offers that are coming towards you, no matter what those offers are. They could be job offers. They could be relational offers. Whatever those offers are, they could be collaboration offers. Whatever those offers are, you can't stop those offers from coming. However, you can make the very best choice for you in each of every one of those decisions, each and every day. And the way you answer that question of what choice do I make or which way do I go is simply by taking no one else's opinion into consideration and making the choice that is best for you and you alone, not for your children, not for your spouse, not for your parents, not because of what they say, not because of hurting their feelings, not because of what your best friend said. When you are able to make the very best choice without consultation from anyone except Most High and your angels, then you will realize the freedom and truth in this, that there is no wrong choice, and Most High will honor you just because you recognized the power within your ability to decide, like that fortune cookie said in my journal. Okay? That is where your power lies, in your ability to decide firmly what you are going to do. There is a wrong choice, there is a better choice, and there is a best choice. Okay? One maintains your speed, one slows you down, and one speeds you up. Okay? So what are things that slow you down? Stand around karmic ass people. That will slow you down. What are karmic people? People who have habits that you know you need to do away with. People who function in ways that you know you should not. Go places that you know lower your vibration. They take you into situations that you know lower your vibration. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be the people they bring over to the house. It could be the people they bring into the bedroom. It could be the people that they socialize with. It could be the people at their office. It could be the family members. It could be any number of individuals. And there's a fly that keeps bothering me. I know that was sent by that's the enemy. And by the way, that is true. So gnats, flies, those things, right? Those things come in to bother you, right? And they're spies. No lie. That's why, right? So if you're talking or you're doing something and all of a sudden flies start showing up, that's the enemy's sending those. Okay. So that's how you get to that answer. That's how you know I'm making the very best choice for me. I'm not consulting with anyone. I'm not asking a therapist. Because they don't know your purpose and will for being here. If they don't know your prophecy, don't go to a therapist. I'm going to say that again. If they don't know your prophecy, if they don't know the reason for which you were born, don't go to a therapist, because they cannot tell you shit that you can't find in a book. Okay? So you can do that research on your own. Okay? How did I find out about narcissistic tendencies? I read on them. I didn't go to school for that, and I've never talked to a therapist, and neither do I need to, because that therapist definitely couldn't tell me anything. I would tell that therapist more about me than they could ever tell me about me, and that's how it should be. They need to sit on my couch before they ever have anything to say to me about how I live my life and the choices that I make. Okay? So no one should be able to talk you out of who you are. That's part of that solar plexus chakra. Okay? That's part of your root chakra. Okay? Is understanding that no one has more say-so in your life than you. Okay? So to answer that question, there is no wrong answer, but you make choices that maintain or alter, for the better or for the worse, your journey. My goal is to be as streamlined as possible for the rest of this natural life. That's my goal. What does that mean? That means that there's a whole lot of fluff that I've had to exclude, a whole lot of extra people that I've had to exclude, a whole lot of nonsense that I've had to exclude, a whole lot of social activities that I've had to exclude, a whole lot of habits that I've had to exclude, a whole lot of things that I've now had to embrace, and I do embrace, and I happily embrace. Okay? And so that's how you answer that question about what's the best decision for you. What do I do? Look at yourself in the mirror and say, what is the absolute best decision that I can make given my options right now. What is the very best decision I can make? Not for my kids, not for anybody, not my spouse, not my best friend, boyfriend, girlfriend. What is the very best decision I can make right now for me? That's your answer. That's your answer. Most High will never go against you. Most High is always for you in those situations when you make that choice. And there's great mercy for you when you make that choice, because you're living your authentic self, and that's never a punishment. You'll never get punished for that. There'll never be repercussion from Most High for that. Okay? So thank you so much for tuning in. You've been tuned into The Encourager. My name's Nehru. As always, the purpose of the channel is to help us to become our highest, best, truest selves possible. Life does a lot of that. And then we have others who are enlightened spiritual guides who help us along the journey. Okay? They are both spiritual beings only, and they are spiritual beings that walk with us here in the natural. Okay? So, again, even with those guides, like myself, if you're listening to me or you follow the channel, and I don't even like saying listening to me, if you follow the channel, then I am one of them. However, I am certainly not the only one. I mention several of them all the time. And there are even more. There are more that I don't know. Okay? I mention the ones that I am familiar with and that I follow, or who have principles that I align with. Today, I mentioned those individuals because why would I recommend someone who doesn't follow the principles that I follow, right? So again, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're having a wonderful day on 2/19. That's what today is, 2/19/24. Thank you so much for tuning in again. You've been tuned into The Encourager, and as always, be encouraged, and talk to you soon.